With high school coming to an end, you have one of life's most important decisions ahead of you: what to do next. There are many great options to choose from: trade school, 4-year colleges, 2-year colleges, or going straight into the workplace. So, how do you know which one is the right fit for you? It's time to connect to your future. When deciding on a career path, the first step is to discover your interests and abilities. Teachers, family members, and friends might all have opinions on what you should do after graduation, but most importantly, it must feel right to you. And if you haven't quite figured it out yet, that's totally normal. Don't panic. Visit youth.setworks.org for useful resources including wage and occupation information, as well as information on training institutions and colleges. Also, ask your teacher about available resources. Before deciding on your future career, take the time to research wage and occupation information. You might think a 4-year degree will bring you home the biggest paycheck at the end of the month, but this isn't always the case, especially in our area. There are many high-paying blue-collar jobs available that require an associate's degree or apprenticeship. There are many interesting industries and occupations out there. Let's hear from some passionate people eager to tell you about their careers.
My name is Chandra Richard Pegues. I am a reliability engineer with Motiva. Reliability engineering can go in so many different directions. The number one goal is to look at short-term and long-term threats and mitigations to a particular unit on site. So getting your mind, set on, I'm gonna hang out with kids that are all about studying. I'm gonna make sure that I do my best while I'm in school. I'm gonna make sure that I concentrate, and because really, this is my chance. So some of the skills are required to become an engineer, be it mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, or chemical engineering. You really need to make sure that you take calculus. There's certain mathematical courses that's required, as well as a higher level of your science. The range in salaries is a question that all students want to know. Straight out of college, the range in salaries ranges from $66,000 all the way up to $86,000, with chemical engineering being the highest. Although you may have a passion and a love for something else, there's always room for you to find that passion into that career that you are going after.
I started out as a laborer and started learning the carpenter trade, in which I relied on my math skills from high school, which I'm glad I studied them, because we use math every day. Then I progressed after that, become a foreman, then a supervisor. I have done operating work. And then I went into safety. They asked me to because we needed that. And then they asked me to be their trainer and evaluator because of my experience in the years. I've been here for 27 years, so I have a lot of experience with the company. We look for at least a high school diploma. Basically that's it, because we do have training programs for the young people that come into us. A will to want to work and learn is a big key. If you start out as a laborer, you'll do multiple crafts, helping multiple crafts out on the job site. And you find the one that you feel like and may excel at, and then you start learning everything about that craft. Starting out as a laborer, you can, $30,000 is kind of a good base. I mean, it can range more, it can range a little less. Then as you climb up, your hourly wage goes up, so you can get into $50,000 and on up into 6 figures. If I had one word of advice for all the young people out there that's still in school, watch what you do in life, because they all have consequences. Some things can keep you from working. A lot of the high demand crafts that are needed at these days, because we have a big boom going on right now, and to come, there's probably going to be a lot more, is carpenters, skilled cement finishers, skilled pipe fitters, skilled steel workers, skilled operators, equipment operators, cranes, and dirt excavation operators are real high demand right now. Some of the benefits are, if you want to and you become a craftsman, you can travel all over the United States or the world. Some of my rewards that I get out of doing my job is young people that I'm helping become skilled. And then when me and my kids and my family's riding around these different refineries, I get to look over and say, man, I've worked on that project before. I helped build that. And it's still standing for 27 years. That's a plus.
My name is Angela Webb. I'm an RN. I'm currently the director of Golden Triangle Emergency Center in Port Arthur and Orange. I decided I wanted to go back to school when I was 19. I was about to have a little boy, and so I decided to go back to school. I applied at Lamar in Orange and got into the CNA program. The medical field was blowing up. It still is at this time, and I knew that was a good route for me. Got my CNA, started working in the nursing homes, and then I got into LVN school right after Hurricane Rita hit. I got my LVN, and then I got right back into RN school. After my RN, I transferred from the nursing home in geriatrics and went to the hospital. I immediately got right back in for my bachelor's degree at UT Texas at Arlington. I worked full-time, 40, 80 hours a week during nursing school to get through. So you can do it. If you want to do it, you just got to put your mind to it. You know, if I could do it again, I would have started in high school, because they have those dual credit classes and those HOSA programs and all these programs to where they can literally graduate high school and start in the medical field as soon as they graduate with jobs. An LVN salary ranges from about $15 an hour all the way to $25 an hour. And if you travel, it could be more than that. That's a lot of money. RN, I would say 25-ish to, I know some travel nurses that are making $60 an hour right now. That's almost a $90,000 a year salary. I would say an average RN salary right now is about $75,000, $80,000 a year. My advice is make your mind up soon and don't have an excuse not to do it.
My name is Luke Bourgeois, and I'm an instructor for Lamar Institute of Technology. I teach in the computer networking field, where we prepare students to do everything from hardware to software to programming to server work. A realistic starting salary would be anywhere from $40,000 to $45,000, but it can go up to over $100,000 a year. I decided in this field because I liked computers and I thought I could make a lot of money. That's what got me into it, but it's not what kept me here. What kept me here was my desire to design and create network systems, to be able to figure out what's wrong. I love to troubleshoot. I love to analyze a problem, see its root, fix it, and look back and say, man, that was fun. The skills that are involved isn't necessarily a high IQ or exceptional skills, but the desire to problem solve and to understand the process involved in it, and to be able to work on your part, figure out what's wrong, and to be able to fix it. What you will generally see if you stay in this area is you will work for a medium-sized business or for an outsourcing firm. A lot of small businesses can't support the infrastructure required to hire a full-time IT person and pay them what they're really worth. So they will outsource their IT work to a company, and you would be like a traveling IT person. My advice for anybody getting into this industry is to recognize that the journey isn't going to be a short one, but a lifelong one. And it is going to be something where you learn today, you learn tomorrow, and you learn the day after that. It's always changing, so we always have to change with it. And if you want to make those $100,000 salaries, you have to be worth $100,000. Technology isn't going anywhere. It's all around us, and as you can see, it's just growing, and it's growing at an exponential rate. So there are so many fields, so many branches that this goes into. IT really isn't for just a computer nerd anymore, or the guy that sits and plays video games all the time. It's for everyone because of the vastness and the number of industries that it touches.
Before moving on to exciting new things, it is crucial that you complete your chosen endorsement and graduate with your high school diploma. According to the latest Department of Labor statistics, people without a high school diploma make on average $9,000 less a year compared to people with a high school diploma. In addition, many high-demand jobs require some post-secondary education. Regardless of what path you end up choosing, make sure that it's one you are excited about and ready to embark on. Now go out and connect.